Hi, Patrick, Walk for Lost Kids. For decades, people have been fighting family court corruption, unconstitutional, unethical practices to strip children from parents right here in the good old US of A. It's infecting millions of children, millions of families. It's driving people into bankruptcy. It's one of the leading causes of male suicides in the country. And we're finally making some headway. At the highest levels of government, they're beginning to listen to us. They're beginning to review Title 4D, which is illegally taking money from our Social Security fund and funneling it into the state courts in order to strip you of your children. But here's the thing. People are listening, people are willing to come to the table and have discussions about laws that need to be changed. But the thing that's really troubling me is no one sees this as an emergency. Volcanoes blow up in Hawaii, and all of a sudden, a week or two later, we have legislation in order to help a handful of people that have lost their homes or are relocated by a natural disaster. And yet we have this system in place, a corrupt system that is destroying millions of lives in this country. It's gone on for decades, and yet there's no emergency. Why is that? There's no media hype. It's a big cover-up because the powers that be, the Bar Association, the people that are making money off the bloodshed, off the suffering of people, of parents who are completely stripped of their kids, of parents that are thrown into the streets and driven into bankruptcy by a corrupt system. And I'm sorry, it's not acceptable. Great, we're making headway, and the headway we're making is too damn little, too damn late. People need to understand this is an emergency. This is likely the largest thing affecting America at this point, in terms of anything that needs to be discussed or talked about or brought to light. Family courts are affecting probably 1 in 3 or 1 in 4 of all Americans. And they're operating unconstitutionally, unethically, for the financial gain of the family courts. And I'll just keep saying it until somebody decides to listen. And it's great that people are talking about legislation in the next 12 months or 14 months, but it's too damn late. This is an emergency. I want it fixed now. Now. Not tomorrow, not the day after tomorrow. Pull all your people into extra sessions and fix it now. Thanks.
The lifeblood of the state-run court system is unequal custody scenarios. One of the ways this is achieved is through designating a custodial parent and a non-custodial parent. This simple designation implies less custody for one parent, which creates conflict between the parents and sets the stage for child support. A parent who simply elects to give the other parent money for the children is paying child support. However, the state needs child support to be collected within the system to qualify for federal funding. So the family courts actively do whatever they can to issue support orders where the state plays middleman, collecting support, getting funds from the federal government, and passing funds to the custodial parent. Of course, the judge also reaps the benefits being paid by the state. At this point, the state, judge, lawyers, and custodial parent are all profiting from federal child support incentives at the expense of the non-custodial parent and his or her relationship with the children. Higher child support figures mean more money for the state. And an easy way to keep child support figures high is minimizing custody for one of the parents.
There's very real potential for this state to lose federal funding, and I'm talking millions, possibly hundreds of millions of dollars, as well as parents not being eligible for the state aid. This issue has not been addressed by those in favor of this law, and so potentially Illinois loses a lot of money, poor families lose more money, and our state gets less money.
What's in the best interest of the kid is not to worry about how much federal dollars we're going to get for food stamps in this country. It's ridiculous.